Yes.
Welcome to the final episode of Cryptid Court.
It's not the final episode. What are you talking about?
Getting cancelled after this.
We are?
These shenanigans.
What did I do?
No, I'm just kidding. It's just, I think we need to change the format up or something a bit. Because today I'm going to be pro Yeti.
No. We're both... No, that's not what we talked about. We said that you're going to bring more pro points to the table. I'm going to bring more cons. But neither of us are pro or con. We're going to discuss it as a jury.
Oh, we are going to do that? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's better than what we were planning to do.
No, that's not what... I thought you got it. I'm sorry.
Anyway, well, one thing I thought we could do is, what if I give you a piece of pro evidence and you give your, quick response / takedown, or if you think it's believable or not?
Okay. What do you mean that's one thing we could do? Isn't that what we always do?
Yeah, but almost more quick fire.
Oh, okay. Go on then.
All right. I guess
first we have to talk about what we're talking about today.
Oh yeah, what is a Yeti?
It is a Yeti. That's what we're talking about. Which is a creature. It's not new. It's from Tibetan folklore. It means it's Yache, which means rocky place bear in Tibetan. Here are some of its features that have been agreed upon. A robust and muscular build, shaggy fur that helps it blend into its snowy habitat, although usually not white. In almost all sightings, it's been black or brown or reddish. And its height ranges from 1.8 to 2.7 meters, which is 6 to 9 feet.
Maybe I'll just go with the big one right away and shoot this one at you. Are you familiar with the Shipton Prints?
More or less.
So, the British mountaineering crew trying to search a route to climb Everest, and Eric Shipton found these, the crew found the footprints and Eric Shipton took the pictures. Some people think that's the best evidence for a Yeti. You can see all the toes. It's up in the mountain. Legends don't leave footprints.
I've seen two things about this. One of them is that it could just be a bear, and the way it walks is it overlaps, and then it makes a footprint that looks sort of like that. Secondly, this was sort of funny. I just read it in one account. Mm-hmm. It was talking about how many people of the area have their toes turn at a 90-degree angle. What he's describing is bunions, like really, really bad bunions.
Oh my.
And he's saying, yeah, some people have a foot shape like that, and then it can leave a shape like that, and then it can be distorted by snow melt and stuff. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Okay. Well, I got a comment yesterday. Those footprints discovered in the 1950s were obviously non-bear. So.
Well, some experts would disagree and say that it obviously could be a bear. I don't know what to tell you.
That could be an expert too. He seems very confident.
He could be, but yeah.
Okay. This is the one I really don't like, but what's your take on the Dyatlov Pass incident being a Yeti?
So I actually wanted to bring this up because it was in some article I read. It was talking about how in 2014, the Discovery Channel hosted a special called The Russian Yeti, The Killer Lives. It was about that incident. And as we know from Discovery and channels like that make a lot of fake documentaries. So what I was wondering is, was this a fake documentary or was it real? Did they really were they really presenting good evidence for the Russian Yeti?
That was fake, man.
Okay, I didn't know because I've never seen it. I'm sorry.
The two people were actually mountaineers. I don't know how they got them to agree to it. But then it was Blair Witch found footage horror movie. Mm-hmm. They're in a cave and they could hear Yetis screaming and stuff.
See, because the reason I say this is it was on an article talking about the Yeti, a factual type article. And it was just saying, in 2014, the Discovery Channel hosted the special, blah, 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 blah. The documentary looks at the wounds and offers its opinion that they were caused by something much stronger than a human being. And it was stated as if it was this factual evidence thing.
Yeah, that's bad journalism right there. That's a fictional. It's like their megalodon or submarine.
Okay, well, so my take on the incident is I don't know, and I don't really care, and it doesn't seem like it was a Yeti. I don't know. Did I?
You should just type in Dyatlov Pass Yeti. Or actually, I think the Discovery Channel, that show, they had it as their poster. You could also watch my short on the channel.
I watch your stuff, but I don't retain it that well.
Don't pay attention.
No, like, because sometimes I don't remember what I was doing when I was watching the video about the Dyatlov Pass. It was interesting, but obviously I didn't remember all these details. I'm sorry. What is the picture? Oh, it's like, who took that picture? Was it found on the camera?
Yeah, they had
It was found on the
multiple
camera
cameras. I can't remember.
Yeah. Well, oh yeah, I remember I saw that picture and I thought it just looked like a guy wearing clothes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is, because you can, if you look closely, you can kind of see where, like, as I said in the video, it looks like he's wearing trousers because his below his torso is really dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's that. Anything else?
What about the skull cap and the hand in the Panboche monastery?
See, when I was reading about this, there were all these physical evidences. They were all like, we have this hair, we have this skull, we have blah, 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 blah. All of it. Every single sample has been tested and proven to be a bear. I wrote a list here. It's proven to be a bear, a yak, a wolf, a sarrow, a goral, a monkey, even a rock. Not the sample. A sample wasn't proven to be a rock, but so here's the list of what I wrote down. So mostly the sightings have been bears. Sometimes the fur samples and stuff, the footprints, whatever, they've been bears. Sometimes people just see a yak. Some of the fur samples and other sightings have been just wolves. The skull was a sarrow. A goral is it's a goat. It's a type of antelope thing.
I know they said, maybe getting confused, then they say, some people said langur monkeys.
Yeah, a langur monkey.
Although they're pretty small, so.
Yeah, but it's all about like how far away you are and how confused you are and a bunch of other stuff. One guy was saying, yeah, I saw something, and then I went back later and I was like, I think it was just a rock. There's the theory about the humans with really big, really severe bunions, which that runs in my family, like terrible bunions. So I was wondering maybe it could be a genetic trait that lots of people in this area might have. I don't know. I'm not a bunion expert. I'm just saying, because apparently people were saying like this isn't a human footprint because of the angle is too weird, but that's not necessarily true. And then civets. Apparently some other people saw civets. So even though there's plenty of physical evidence, it's all been disproven with genetic analysis. And even though there's lots of sightings, people have said, I mean, it could be any number of these different things. So,
but Mika, they don't let you test the real hand and skull. Those are just decoys. The real ones are hidden away in the monastery.
Well, why?
So people don't steal them.
Okay, but don't they want it to be proven? Why are they hiding it? It doesn't make any sense. Well,
their other stuff was stolen. Like the piece of the hand was stolen, and the scalp was stolen.
But it was stolen after it was tested, though.
No, it was stolen and then tested, I think.
Oh, did they steal it? I thought they gave it to them. Anyway.
It just depends who you ask.
Well, anyway, it's just like, yeah, all this evidence that people are waiting for. They don't need to wait. It's already the tests have been done.
Okay, this is the ace up my sleeve. I hope you're ready.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Rhys Darby?
Yes.
Rhys Darby says he believes that the Yeti is real. He even said so. What do they call the lie detector tests?
You truly believe in things like Yetis and Chupacabras. Abracadabra.
El Chupacabra, the goat sucker. Yes. Variant solved.
I met a few goat suckers in my time.
Okay, so the lie detector test knows the truth regardless of what he believes. It
so
just
you're saying
says
he was lying?
I'm saying he can believe that it's real. That doesn't mean that he has evidence that it's real.
So you think he's an idiot?
No. I just think.
Why do you hate Rhys Darby?
I don't hate Rhys Darby. I love Rhys Darby, but he has never gone out there to look for himself. Once he does, I'd be happy to see what he has to say. Hear what he has to say and see his evidence.
Polygraph, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Are you done with the rapid fire thing? I have some notes that are just interesting about the Yeti, unless we want to argue more.
No, I think I hit the main points.
So I think the biggest argument for me that the Yeti could be real is also a big argument for me that it's not real, which is that it is a really ancient creature. As ancient as, say, a vampire or, a werewolf or something
man.
No, it's like been there for a long time. It's folklore.
Yeah.
It's
Isn't it like the
an ancient
12th
creature.
century or something?
Probably before. So
Yeah,
ancient
probably.
scrolls kept in Himalayan monasteries reveal the tale of how the Yeti was born. It was born to a Tibetan mother and a Mahalangur giant ape, according to one of the scrolls, or maybe all of them, I don't know. Traditional tales in the Himalayan region refer to the Yeti as a glacier spirit that brings fortune to hunting parties. That's one interpretation. So it's like a good thing. Or sometimes it's referred to as a boogeyman to scare people from venturing too deeply into the mountains. And I sort of see that, like, we have all these tales about scary things because we don't want kids to wander off. We have tales about, like, Hansel and Gretel wandering off and getting almost killed by the witch. We have, like, big scary bears are going to get you in North America. So we often tell children these things just because we don't want them to run away. So I could see this being a Himalayan legend that was told to children so that they don't run away and get into trouble. Yeah, and then also the spirit that brings fortune to hunting parties. That also makes sense as something that isn't necessarily based on anything real. It's just like sometimes you see things because you've been walking for ages and it's like whiteout conditions. And you can be like, oh, that's the spirit that's protecting us or whatever. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't necessarily mean it's real, but because it's been documented in all these scrolls, that is some evidence that it could be real, on the other hand. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of the time when it's brought to, like, the West, we always want to think of it as a flesh and blood animal, but in a lot of original accounts, it seems like it's more of a spiritual being that maybe doesn't even exist on our plane, or it can, like, shift in and out like a ghost almost.
Yeah, it's similar to what we were talking about with the cryptid we didn't discuss a little bit ago. It's not like an animal that you can find. It's not even an animal in that one's case. It's a spirit. It's something that is related to, like, human. So similarly, like, the Yeti could just be a spirit, a spiritual belief and being that is
It's
related
a guardian,
to, like,
isn't it?
Yeah, well, sometimes it's scary and sometimes it's not scary, but either way, it's something out there. It's like a metaphor, or it's spiritual, however you want to think of it. It'd be cool if it was real. I always say that about everything. There isn't really anything I would be like, oh, it wouldn't be cool if that was real. Although there probably is something.
I mean, the previous thing, if their interpretation of it being an animal, probably wouldn't be.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Don't really know what else to say. I mean, I made like an hour-long video about why I don't think the Yeti is real. Or
And yet,
a real
everyone
physical
voted
animal.
for it. Yeah. Everyone voted for it because they didn't believe your first video that you made. They were like,
That's what you really think.
yeah. No, they wanted my opinion, obviously.
Yeah.
I really like the Yeti character in Monsters, Inc. I find him a lovable guy.
I was really disappointed
He's
by
so
that.
nice. He's so nice. He's like, here, you guys, I made you some snow cones. He's such friendly. He's a friendly guy.
You know, he's a nice guy, but there's something about I didn't like seeing that.
Okay, well, you don't like anything. You don't like anything by that company.
That's not true.
You hate kids' movies by Disney and Pixar.
That's not true. The Lion King's like one of my favorite movies.
Okay, well, you don't like anything that has been made post 2000.
Finding Nemo, 2003.
Fine.
He's making wild claims.
Okay, is that all? If you have any more information or thoughts about the Yeti, please let us know.
It's a shame the Louisiana bog Sasquatch thing didn't come up because it died.
I know, I was excited for that.
Said he
And it would have taken
lives
me
in
much
the
less
area.
time to research.
Yeah. There's so many different versions. We didn't even talk about all the different versions. The like Nialmo is supposed to be 20 foot tall.
Yeah, there are supposed to be 3 different ones.
There's more
They
than
have
3,
different
though.
features. Well, according to some stuff I read, the original Tibetan ones had 3 different kinds, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but they're probably just bears.
It's probably mostly bears.
Just a bunch of bears. I did see one interesting thing, and it was talking about how they did a genetic analysis on, like, some bone or something, and then it was, like,
An
the
ancient
closest
polar
animal
bear.
it matched to was a polar bear, and then they're like, so maybe it's a a brown bear polar bear hybrid. And I was like, oh, that's cool.
Pretty
You don't
sure
believe it?
a newer study debunked that.
Oh, okay.
I think I talked
Well,
about that in the video.
shucks.
I can't remember that.
Anyway, are we good to move on, or do you want to keep talking about the Yeti? Okay.